of Sanyukta Kisan Morcha at the national level, and all my friends. This is not an ordinary meeting of the farmers or of farmer leaders. For the last 30 years, I have myself seen and participated in these farmers' meetings before elections, where farmers place demands before political parties. Actually, it was in one of those meetings that I had the honor and privilege of meeting Professor M.D. Nandudasan. But today is not an ordinary meeting of that kind. This meeting is not merely about farmers' charter for the coming Vidhan Sabha election in Karnataka. This is far more important than that. We have amongst us all the leaders of Karnataka, Rayat Sanghas of various kinds, Kisan Sabha, Rayat Sangha, all of them are present here. We have with us two representatives from the Apex Committee of Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, my senior colleague and one of the most respected farmer leader of the country, Anand Balaji, and my own colleague, Jai Kisan Andolan's National President, Abik Sahaj. We have with us colleagues who played remarkable role in the farmers' struggle, 13 months of farmers' struggles. I can see my colleague Deepak Lamba from Haryana. I can see the soul and spirit of the communication behind and thinking behind farmers' movement, Kavita Kuruganti here. In this hall, we also have thinkers, researchers, activist scientists. I can see Prakash Kamareddy. I can also see Vasaviji. This is not a usual gathering. The responsibility of the farmers today go much beyond asking the coming government of Karnataka for a few things. This is important. The charter that you have developed very carefully is vital. I cannot speak on behalf of Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, but I'm sure my colleague Abik Sahaj can, and Anand Mawla has already spoken. Sanyukta Kisan Morcha, the largest platform of farmers' organization in this country, the most powerful platform probably in the history of this country, is backing this charter. On behalf of my own organization, Jai Kisan Andolan, we are completely with this charter. All the speakers will talk about it, political leaders will respond to it. So I do not want to spend much time about it except to completely endorse it, congratulate you, and to say this is a historic moment. I want to say something beyond that, which is this convention, this gathering, this Mahapanchayat is also about making a point that Anand Balaji said, that we are today appealing to the voters, farmers of Karnataka, to defeat the BJP, not only because of the track record of the BJP at the state level the last 4 years, but also because at the center, BJP government led by Narendra Modi is the most anti-farmer government in the history of this country. I'm not saying that the governments prior to that were pro-farmer. No, they were not. They did not do things, and we could see that they did not do things. But in Narendra Modi government, if he wants to go to the south, he would declare that he is going to the north. Let me welcome the two Congress representatives that have come here, Rajesh Shuklaji and Gaurav Ballanji. Kindly be seated. We are also expecting a senior leader from we are also expecting Shri D.K. Shivkumarji, the president of Karnataka Congress Committee, who should be with us within a few minutes. So I was saying that Narendra Modi government is the most anti-farmer government in the history of this country. Just look at three things. I will not go into the details of it. In February 2016, Mr. Modi said, we will double the income of farmers. He gave a time frame, said we will double it in 6 years. When does it end? 28th of February 2022, it should end. Farmers' income should be doubled. What has happened? The government has not offered even data, even information on what is the income of the farmers today. And what we know is actually the farmers' income has gone down. So when farmers' income is going down, they say we are doubling it. This is new about Modi. Earlier governments did not do things about farmers and they said we could not do it. Now they reduce it and say we are doubling it. Look at Fasal Bima Yojana. There were all kinds of schemes about crop insurance even before Mr. Modi's government. Those were not very successful schemes. Mr. Modi comes and says all those schemes are bad. I will bring a new scheme. 100% farmers will be covered. What is the reality? The number of farmers covered under Fasal crop insurance has actually come down after the introduction of farmer Fasal Bima Yojana. So, earlier schemes were not doing good. He says, I will bring a new magical solution. And actually, the number of farmers covered goes down. So much so that even Gujarat government said that we don't want this crop insurance. This is the truth. BJP people talk all the time about Kisan Nidhi, Kisan Nidhi. Every time we talk about Kisan Nidhi. What is the truth? The truth is, if you were to look at only two inputs, nothing more, just look at the petrol diesel price and fertilizer price and calculate how much the cost of farmer has gone up, it is more than Kisan Nidhi. So, actually, Kisan Nidhi does not even compensate for the additional cost forced on the farmers by the government. Because fertilizer price and petrol price are still controlled by the government. So actually, instead of giving farmer money, they are actually taking money away from farmers' pocket. I have given you only 3 examples. Why this government is the biggest fraud on the farmers of this country. And that is why farmers are now saying that this anti-farmer government must go. The historic struggle of the farmers for 13 months on the Morcha in Delhi was about the 3 laws, but it was more than 3 laws. It was about saying, we shall not tolerate this anti-farmer government. In this country, and this is a point farmers have to demonstrate. If you are anti-farmer, you cannot stand on Lal Killa and address this country on the 15th of August. This is the point farmers need to demonstrate. But I want to say one more thing. Yes, farmers today, all of us have gathered to say that is anti-farmer, therefore we reject the BJP. But I see the significance of this meeting even beyond that. Farmers carry a responsibility beyond their own interests today. Please remember, and because Ananta is here, I feel like drawing upon this. There is a phase in human history where one class becomes the carrier of the interest of that phase of history. One section of society becomes that section which carries the responsibility not only of its own personal interest, but also the interest of the entire society. Today in India, farmers are that class. Farmers carry the responsibility not only of ensuring that farmers should get a good deal in this country, farmers also carry the responsibility of ensuring that this country is not handed over to the corporates. Farmers carry the responsibility of ensuring that Adani and Ambani do not walk away with the property, the wealth of this country. Farmers also carry the responsibility of ensuring that this country is not ruled only from Delhi, that federalism, the spirit of federalism should be respected and restored. Farmers carry the responsibility of defending secularism in this country. Farmers carry the responsibility of defending democracy in this country. And why? Because all the things that we are talking about, the charter of demand, the dharna pradarshan we do, the morchas we carry out, all this is possible only if there is democracy. Farmers will be able to force the state governments to give things only if there is some federalism left in this country. Farmers will be able to organize only if they stand up as farmers, not if they stand as Hindus or Muslims. So farmers carry the responsibility, which is a historic responsibility. I'm not saying others do not carry this responsibility. Yes, the unorganized sector labor also carries this responsibility. But unfortunately, they are in no position. They are not organized enough to be able to carry it out. Therefore, farmers have a unique historic responsibility in our times. Farmers of India today are the biggest bulwark to defend the Republic of India. Today, the Republic of India is being dismantled. Every single day, one page of the Constitution of India is being torn and put in the dustbin. Who will defend it? In the last instance, when the Republic is dismantled, the public has to come onto the street. And that public will have to be led by farmers of this country. So, my friends, I will conclude once again by congratulating you for coming up with this joint declaration, charter of demand, and I'm sure representatives of political parties will respond to your charter. I'm sure all the non-BJP parties will accept your charter of demand, and I'm sure you will be able to keep the leash on them. Even when they come to power, and I'm saying, I'm looking at my friends. Even when they come to power, उन पे लगाम कस के खींच के रखनी होगी, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. So I'm sure you will do that. I congratulate you for all that. But I end by reminding you that farmers have been the only force in the last 9 years to carry out a struggle which forced this anti-democratic government on its knees, which everyone said, Modi hai वापस नहीं जाएगा. Farmers ensured that they had to keep their words, they went back. Farmers are the only force that can defend this country, that can defend this republic, that can defend the unity of India, that can defend the constitution of India. We shall fight, we shall win. Thank you very much.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಯೋಗೇಂದ್ರ ಅವರು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.